What's up, guys? Slipfall here, and as a new day rises and stranded deep for episode 4, we are going to be doing some exploring. I am really glad to be recording again after a 2-week hiatus, if you will. I had a bit of a summer cold, and then I ended up having to change my living situation, so that ended up putting me out 2 weeks, and I was so busy, just didn't have time to record, and I was super bummed about it. But in that time, we've gone from like 4 subscribers to 9. Huge thank you to you guys for subscribing to my channel. That's big, and I was thinking I was gonna take a hit kind of for not being around and not being able to post videos, but I'm super happy that some people like my stuff. You liked it enough to subscribe, but thanks for being here. Also, huge shout out to the people who've been commenting, leaving me the stuff that's helping me out. That helps me out a ton. Whenever y'all leave the comments telling me, like Mr. E, you left me a comment telling me that I needed to raise the volume on my voice a little bit. I've looked into it. I'll give a couple of things a couple of tries. We'll see what works out best. But stuff like that, anything like that, it helps me out a ton. And that's the sort of stuff that I need to hear. Because I sit in a quiet room, I still have headphones on, and I can't really tell how loud it's going to be when it plays on YouTube. So, huge thanks to you guys for everything that y'all have done over the past couple weeks. It was really awesome to hear back from y'all, to get feedback. But today, I figured we've kind of worn out our welcome here on this island. It's out of coconuts. I've kind of scoured the whole thing for lashings. I'm not a big fan of there's a couple of pigs on the island. I think you can see one right over there. But they're not the best source of meat. I'm a big fan of the crab. So I figured we would try to move locations, kind of get set up, and maybe start getting into some of the base building. But I figured before we did that, I wanted to check out. I'm not real familiar with the whole boat thing, and I'm not real sure how it all works. So what I did was I went ahead and I took the liberty of stacking up some loose materials. Now, I did this because I'm not going to be able to fit everything into my inventory that I have while traveling, and I'd like to do it in as few trips as possible, but I wanted to make sure I'm not just going to lose everything that I have into the ocean if I just stack it up on the deck. So I figured 4 tarps, they'd be easy enough to find if I lost them, but the boat does kind of kick around in the waves. Now, they actually look like they're gonna hold fast. Let's actually put them to the test here. Did we lose one? We had 4. Alright, so I think that's actually still a pretty good means of transporting stuff. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think I would try that with anything that I find important. I think any duct tape or anything like that, we'll just carry in our inventory. But that's good to know. That's good to know. I was kind of worried about it. I also have to watch the dismount because the boat will go flying away. Now, I'm going to probably just take these tarps off. I think I lost one because I had 4. Yeah, I just lost one, but that's not a terribly big deal. I haven't had any trouble finding tarps in-game. But I figured while our food and water situation's relatively good, we would take off and do some exploring. We need to find a new place to live while we're out and about. And I don't quite know. There's quite a few small islands from what I can tell nearby, but I don't want a small one. I want to live on a big island, like Johnny Depp. So I figured we would head out kind of that way, away from our island here. Now, I don't know if it's considered cheating or not, but I've been using at the beginning of the menu, when you open the menu to click continue your game, it shows you a map, and I'm guessing it highlights one of the islands in a grid formation in red. I think that's the island that you're currently on, or the section of the map that you're currently in when you last saved, or where you were when you last logged off. So I think in one of these directions there's supposed to be an empty grid, a grid without an island, and then there's supposed to be a large island somewhere nearby. I don't know if y'all consider that cheating. Hopefully not. I'm just trying to give what the game use what the game gives to me. But I figure we can kind of check some of these islands over here. I don't think I've really been in this direction. Of course, I lost my compass, so we're having to do this probably entirely by line of sight. But I figured we can't go wrong as long as we're island hopping. I went ahead and grabbed and put into my inventory pretty much anything important that we would need. The kindling and stuff like that, so we can light a fire, so we're not in a lot of trouble if we do get a little lost. But I figured it'd be nice to check out these islands and see what they had to offer. Alright, so this one looks decent-ish. We shall see. Now, I left all of the shelter and everything back on that island. Those things I don't really have any intent on moving. I figured if I was ever in that area, it's just stuff I could use again. And I don't think there's a limit on how many of those I can build. So I figured it wouldn't be a problem. We're getting all kinds of hung up on the rocks here, though. But alright, we gotta... Come on. Away. We're just gonna go backwards. We're over it. Quite a few boat wrecks over here. So we'll check these out. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, I definitely need to put another platform on there, because that's getting annoying. There's usually one right... Have I been through here before? Huh. I think I have. Well, I figure I've gone ahead and saved up some lashings just in case we found some barrels. So I figured we could go through here and knock some of these loose. Maybe, eventually, slowly but surely. And there we go, perfect. Now that we're over here, let's see if we can get... We need to go to our anchor. Go to our boat. Gotta go to the boat. Okay. We have enough lashings and we have enough barrel scrap, so we're just gonna go ahead and craft one of these. And can we put it on the end? Oh, that's gonna look really weird though. Okay, so our next one will probably have to go out to the side over there. We'll kind of make like a U-shaped boat. I don't think it really matters. Okay, now we need a floor though. I don't think we're gonna have enough scrap for that. But can we sail this? Yeah, we're good to go. So we'll just use this. We'll go check out this island over here. Now I can't really tell yet, but I was kind of curious to see if the more pieces of the boat you added, the more kind of unwieldy it got. Maybe it was harder to drive, or it was a little slower. It didn't start up so fast. I gotta be on the lookout for snakes. I've been bit too many times and I've been fighting getting sick. Free coconut. Free coconut. Okay, so now we just need a bunch of lashings. We'll just grab a bunch. Oh, we got all of them. We want them all. Every lashing. Maybe not everyone. That'd make for a really boring episode. So we're just gonna... I think this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the end of them. Now it's 4 of these per lashing. I figure if we have any extras, we can just drop them. These are pretty common. Yep, we're full on inventory. So we're gonna head over here to our boat. actually don't know if I have anything to make the wooden floor. Where's the floor? Plank raft floor. Wood sticks, driftwood. Okay, you can do just about anything. I'd like to do it out of scrap steel or corrugated steel. But I don't want to go all the way back to the island, so I think we're just going to go with driftwood. This should be plenty right here. Should have used the axe. Alright. Oh no. We're gonna have to craft up our lashings first. So let's go ahead and do that. Am I missing? What is going on here? I always forget you can just click and drag. Okay, so craft these up. Nope, 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 yep, yeah. Whoa! It has been a rainy week here in Texas, and I don't know if y'all heard that. It's just big. Lots of thunder going on. Lots and lots of thunder. So now we should have plenty to do the floor. I don't know why we did the lashings then. That's a bummer. Oh well. You never have too many lashings. Driftwood. Okay. It is absolutely hideous. It does not look good at all. But it'll have to work for now. It is still going. We didn't lose one of these, did we? I think our second lashing went flying. Okay, we've got 3. Maybe not. Okay, so now we've got a 3-platform boat. We got that taken care of. Maybe that'll help it. It's at least easier to see now. You know, just kind of hanging off the front. More on the side. But there's another island. I don't want to get too lost. I figure we can head this way. Yeah, there's one out here. I really don't feel like I got all these. Maybe I did. I think I have. I remember. Yeah, I came back. I came through here once. Get over the top. Perfect. Oh, there's another one way down there. Another day. Another day. We are on the hunt for... Is that a whale? That's a whale. I really have not seen a whale in the game so far. I thought I saw one from like really far away, but I couldn't tell. It was like right at the edge of the render distance. Oh, it's gonna be loud too. I'm gonna ram it. This is awesome. No. Oh, this is creepy. Huh. Is this doing anything? I don't know why. My natural instinct is to try and kill it. I guess that's horrible. I'm probably just a terrible person. But can you take me back to my boat? Like over there? Just make a quick left. Nope. Oh, if we could get some sharks in here and they were fighting, that would be awesome. Oh, this is creepy. Okay. Well, there's whales in the game. That's pretty new. I saw a stingray before. I was like, oh, okay, they have like a bunch of small fish. That is a whale? Is this where we came from? This island looks pretty cool. I think we might have gotten a little off track, maybe. Maybe just a little. Only a little bit off track. What is that? It looks like there's something's trying to like load in right there. Okay, this is like 3 small islands. Yeah. I don't know. How big is this one? Because if the island's not big enough, there's not enough resources. But I figure you kind of make your own luck. There's sort of this like flat part out here. And this one has some rocks on it. I would think that that's the... This is the one with the sea fort. I bet, yeah, this one looks like the one with the sea fort on it. So if that sea fort loads in, then we'll know that this island over here is at least close by. Yeah, because I believe my yellow raft is... Nah. It looks like there's nothing on this one. There's no trees or anything. Okay. Like a bunch of shipwrecks? This looks pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't been here yet. Nothing's open. I think I've seen ones kind of like this before. This is awesome. Alright, well, we are pushing kind of a long episode right now, so I figure next episode we'll get to collecting some of this stuff, and this will be a really good spot to build, I figure, before it gets nighttime and everything. Whoa. Oh, come on. My guy's like, I think I broke something. Alright guys, so we managed to get our raft back after having it fly really far away, and it was ended up flipped over out there. I lost some of the footage in editing because the frame rate was bad. But now that that's taken care of, we ran over to that island and we grabbed all the stuff to make a shelter so we can bed down and save on this island for tonight. But I figure next episode we'll go around, we'll check all this stuff, we'll see what else this island has to offer, and we'll see if this is actually a good spot to build kind of a base here at. But until we meet again, thanks for subscribing, guys. If you're not a subscriber and you like the content, please feel free to subscribe. If you like the videos, feel free to give them a thumbs up. But until next time, guys, thanks for everything. Thanks for the comments, and I will see y'all later.